Where were we this weekend, you guys?
We were at SPLASH Atlanta.
Yep.
This is our second SPLASH event. We went to Fort Lauderdale last September and had an amazing time. Such a great time that we decided, hey, let's go back and try a different venue. And that was here this weekend in Atlanta.
Yes. And so how was it?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Another absolutely amazing event. Another great hotel. Another, great, just the staff at the hotel, the staff, but the SPLASH staff, all the staff is amazing. Everything went, at least that we could see, incredibly smoothly, but we know that I'm sure things were happening behind the scenes, but
events are events.
Events are events. Everything went off without a hitch. It was wonderful and a great experience. Just another amazing weekend.
Yes, yeah. So I think we ought to do what we normally do, which is kind of break it down. And sorry, I had something stuck in my throat earlier, so I'm trying to clear that out.
Wasn't what you thought it was.
Yeah.
Maybe it was.
Maybe it was. Don't give away my secrets.
That was last night.
It was stuck there, yeah, for a long time, yeah. So we came up and we drove up to Atlanta and we decided to come up a little bit early. And so one of the things we thought we would try, we put it out there that we were going to do just a quick meetup. It wasn't really anything big. Mm-hmm. And we had put on in one of the Facebook groups that we are in, like, where should we go when we're in this area of Atlanta? And we got a few suggestions. So we said, hey, we're going to go there. And we didn't have anybody show up.
No. Well, that's not true. We had friends show up.
Our friends showed up.
Yeah.
But yes,
friends and family.
So,
friends and family showed up.
Yeah, it was a friends and family night. And it was kind of an interesting place. But that was a fun way to kick off
to get this
weekend,
get this
because
started.
that was Wednesday night before we got here on Thursday. And it was just a neat, fun way to do that. We're going to be at SPLASH in Houston, which is now they're calling it Escapades.
Yes, Escapades.
Escapades is the event in Houston.
July 31st through August 3rd, 2025.
Yes, and so we're going to be back there, and that is right after my birthday. So we're going to actually do a meet and greet. We're going to announce it. We're going to pick a spot, and we're going to announce it, and we're going to celebrate my birthday in Houston at the meet and greet before Escapades, which is SPLASH's Houston takeover. So that ought to be super fun. But anyway, so we started off the weekend that way, and that was a lot of fun. And we got here on Thursday. The weather was not great.
No.
Yeah, it was
The
a little
weather
cloudy
did
and
not
rainy.
cooperate, unfortunately, at the beginning. Yeah,
A little chilly for us.
It was cold.
It was cold. For us, and it's May. I think even for Georgia. Actually, remember when we walked by some lady and she's like, "This is not
right.
spring weather."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was gray and cloudy, and we were unprepared completely. We brought Florida clothes, and so I had to wear the same pair of jeans that I wore like almost every single day. But it was good. But so the weather was kind of gray, which, although kind of lent in its own way a piece to the event, because then everybody came indoors.
Inside,
And everybody was in the lobby as we were showing up. So Wednesday was kind of check-in day. It's not the full on, Thursday. Thursday's a check-in day. People start arriving in the afternoon. So it was a lot of fun because everybody was kind of hanging out all around us. And we had our tables out for Naughty and Free Accidental Swingers and Swingcation. And we got to meet a lot of people.
Yeah, we did.
That was a lot of fun.
I enjoyed that. It was,
Yeah, hanging out and just kind of saying hi to everybody as we came in.
We saw everybody the whole weekend. It was great.
Yeah, I met a lot of people that way. I like doing that.
Yeah.
That was really cool. What happened Thursday? What was Thursday?
Thursday,
It was PJs and Pearls night, which was a super fun theme.
That was a great theme.
It was a great theme.
outfits.
It was so easy to do.
Everybody could dress and feel a part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of creativity with the pearls.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, there were some amazing outfits where it was like just, sheer nothingness and then pearls.
I remember an elephant and some pearls.
Yes. Some elephant underwear that he was wrapped in pearls. Yes. Yep. That was fun.
I believe you had something to do with the elephant being wrapped in pearls.
I might have. I might have wrapped the elephant's trunk in a pearl necklace.
For a visual, this guy was wearing like these little booty shorts with an elephant trunk.
Yeah, it was an elephant, and the trunk was obviously
ears
what his dick was supposed to be. Yeah. So it was PJs and Pearls night, so the elephant needed a pearl necklace. So I wrapped the trunk with a pearl necklace. Of course, why not?
Of course he did, yes.
Being festive. It's all about being festive.
He was
fun,
thankful.
Yes, he was. Yes.
He did not complain.
Yeah. So that was a great theme.
So
Do you remember?
I know.
It was
like it was
3 days ago. 3 days of
3
partying,
days ago.
and sometimes that can be tough.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
No, it was a great party that night and great crowd because everybody had basically gotten in for the evening. So yeah, I mean the dance party was awesome. We went and toured the playrooms. Playrooms were set up very similarly to Fort Lauderdale, but just smaller. This is a smaller hotel,
This is
smaller venue.
It feels smaller. I don't know for sure, but it definitely feels smaller. Yeah.
But the rooms themselves were beautifully appointed as they were at the last Splash event that we went to. Very classy and sensual, and I forgot the names of the themes again. But but each room was themed, and just
there's like the plunge pool,
observation deck.
The observation, they're all water related. And things like that, yeah. And I was going to say, I was going to talk a little bit more actually about the venue and the space, but this year is the last year that they're having this here, because next year, this event actually is going to be morphed into Eroticon, which is going to be a huge
it's more than
swinger
doubling.
and kink event.
Yep.
What? I think we might be there. What? But anyway, so I would love to talk a little bit more about this event, but this may be the last one at this actual location.
Right.
But to highlight a little piece of it, though, you're right. It's a smaller hotel. It feels like but it made for a more intimate experience, and so that's why I'm kind of sad. I don't want to talk about it too much but I actually kind of liked. I mean, it was still a lot of people. It's like 300 people, I think. Maybe even 400. I don't know how many rooms this is, but
it was fully sold out.
It was fully sold out, but it felt less big. And maybe that's because we met more people.
That could be,
because we were downstairs much more often because we were manning our tables. And so maybe it didn't feel as expansive because we knew everybody. Like we at least knew people's faces. So we'll have to test that theory. But it definitely felt more intimate. I really enjoyed that. It'll be interesting to see now. Somebody was talking about the Escapades Splash event in Houston, that it's bigger than this one. And I don't know if that's in between this one and Fort Lauderdale. So we'll see what it's like. But I did appreciate that piece of it. But yeah, it's smaller. The playrooms were smaller, but still great.
Yes.
Yeah.
But one of the other, actually two of the other things that have been consistent in the Splash events we've been to so far, which I think also contribute to a better sense of intimacy through the whole event, is that this crowd is very vibrant. They bring a lot of good, positive energy. Everyone, we go to a lot of events and we talk openly about not always being the best social butterfly in the world. I got into so many conversations because people here are just easy and they help. They walk up and start talking with you instead of you having to talk to them and hope it goes well. It just feels much more inviting. It's a really great crowd.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, and I don't know if that's a local thing. I mean, like a regional thing. Or if it's a Splash events thing.
And we recognized a lot of people from Splash last year when we went. So
and
that was also nice seeing people that we had already met. So it felt very like family, oh, here we are. Yeah.
And of course, lots of folks from Naughty that we met. I think we're starting to see folks because we're going to some of the same venues also. Yeah. So, but yeah, I agree that it just seems more relaxing.